Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm happy to be here. Super excited. Gonna get my closed caption going. Good morning. Hope that's working. Is that working well? No. Let's try this again. Let's try our closed caption again. How about there we go. There we go. All right. Now we're up and running. All right. Happy to be here. It's Friday. It's Friday where I'm at. Excited that you're here with us or watching on demand. Gonna be a quick tech talk today. We're going to cover some of the news that's out there, talk about a little bit of the tech that's being brought into the market, why it's important, what's going on, and ultimately how it may affect you and what you're doing or where you might want to go with your information technology. For those of you that's the first time here, I'm Rob Petrosino, futurist, technologist, all around great guy. My goal is to educate you on emerging technology so that you can go out there and be a thought leader, have conversations, and enable yourself, others, and organizations to adopt technology. Kevin, appreciate you coming in the chat as always, sir. Appreciate you being here, hanging out with us. If you're on a different channel, if you're on a different stream, and the stream is a struggle, I understand. I get it. Hop on over to Twitch. We're nice over here. Stream's crisp and clear. We got some new lighting as well. Kevin, let me know what you think about the lighting. All for opinions, thoughts, concerns. But with that, we want to jump into the screen share and start talking about a couple of these pieces of technology that are coming out that might be meaningful and important to you as an individual user or a part of an organization. So let's head on over to the screen share. Okay, so recent MIT, appreciate that, Kevin. Thanks for the lighting update. Recent MIT project that just came out. This actually was from the MIT Media Lab. They launched a new way that augmented reality can be used for organizations. And it's a really, really cool way of combining two very popular pieces of technology. The first one is augmented reality. So for those of you who don't know, this is a HoloLens up top here. And they've added this new very cool antenna on the front. What that antenna is actually going to be picking up is RFID. So we're going to check out this video here real quick. Pop it up to full screen. The video is pretty long, so I'm not going to have you do that. But what they did is they added a RFID antenna on top of here. Now, some of you may be saying, well, hey, how can they add this? Doesn't this block the field of view? Well, no, it actually doesn't. It doesn't block the field of view at all. And the reason for that is because the field of view on the HoloLens is actually quite tight, and they have a lot of extra room around the edges here of the actual field of view. So once they added this antenna on, they added a power supply to it, and they denoted a few different products with RFID in them. Those are your RFID tags, super lightweight. And what they did was allowed those RFID tags that are inside of boxes to be visualized on the headset, because this RFID scanner and antenna was then able to be shown directly where things were. And they did it in a pretty well done fashion. So here's your estimated tag location. As you move closer, it zones in. They got it down to a pretty good accuracy level too. So here's the visuals on screen. Let's back up a hair. There's your object found. It's going to show you different objects that are potentially in the area. Here is our black shirt. This is where it's located, and our RFID is actually able to pick that up because they added that antenna on screen. So when you think about this in a larger scale, right, picking and sorting in a retail situation, there's going to be some use cases here so that things are easily found. Now, what they're not showing is if this is, tethered or untethered. In this situation, it is an untethered unit, but in the long term, it may be an interesting way to do store inventory. So when we look at this, they added this antenna on the outside. It's a wideband antenna. It's flexible and was able to be met so that it fits within the HoloLens, outside of the HoloLens field of view. And then what they did as well is added in their accuracy metrics. So it's about a 95% accuracy, which is pretty impressive and really well done. That RF is very popular and it's very cheap. That's why they went with that option as a potential way of allowing users to see inside of boxes. Really interesting way to improve efficiency, something that a lot of people have been kicking around or trying to think of different ways of doing. And I love that MIT Media Lab took this one on and starting to blend it. Is this a full production unit? Absolutely not. Is this a really cool test for technology? Absolutely. Is it done in a really interesting way? 100%. So really, really cool and a nice application here. So with that, we're going to transition over to our second one, which is Lego is preparing a metaverse collaboration. And they're preparing it with Epic Games, it sounds like, to attract new digital customers. So anyone that's a Lego fan out there, you might have a new experience on the horizon. This idea of a metaverse style interactive experience is really geared towards working on a new target demographic that is very much focused on on a metaverse style interaction with a different customer demographic. So this is a write-up from a post on the Financial Times, but it sounds like the virtual worlds is a big focus for them, specifically targeting those customers that may have not been targeted before in the digital space and may be interested in new stores. So in 2022, it says down here at the bottom, they launched 155 new brick and mortar outlets. So how do you expand your reach beyond those brick and mortars? Is while you create a metaverse style experience. In April of last year, the company invested $2 billion in Epic Games partnership with Sony, building a metaverse platform to bring kids closer to the brand in a safe and secure virtual space. What's interesting is they're also hiring in-house digital experiences since May, different roles that are going to be focused on that. A number of software engineers to take a physical and digital approach, no longer viewing these as different areas of the business. So this is that true omni-channel experience now. They're combining this idea of metaverse with physical and blending the two for an omni reality or a multiverse kind of experience. Multiverse meaning multiple metaverses and blending in the physical world as well. So what we can see too is revenue is up 17% compared to 2021 and up 12% compared to 2022. Those are all leading indicators that the investment is going in the right direction with their current model and will potentially support them in the long term. Very, very well planned out. Very interesting. Something that we'll definitely keep an eye on and track with and see if it's something that they wind up launching, and if so, when it will be and how it will work for those that are out there. The last one, we're going to pivot over to a direct-to-consumer experience. So for those of you who don't know what Peridot is, it is a Niantic game that is coming out in early May. Peridot is the biggest announcement from the studio that launched Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go came out several years back, but they've been working on this game for some time. What I like about this is that it actually is a really, really interesting way of having a virtual pet style game with blended augmented reality and social aspects. So let's hop into this video and check it out. Here is our 32-second overview. I can throw a ball. So let's just check out these visuals first to start out. Very, very fantasy based, very, very interesting when it comes to that. Interacting with a virtual avatar in space. Right, so here you can see this person threw a ball directly to their avatar and it's going to go fetch it. Obviously, you can have multiple characters potentially or a single pet. And now we're actually seeing these avatars interact directly with each other by two different owners. They're going to play with the ball together. These people walk by each other and they get a ping notification that their avatars their pets that are in augmented and virtual reality living in their own metaverse have made a new friend. And when they get that notification, you're going to see the social aspect of this, where these two people now meet because their pets are playing together. And they can have a very interesting social experience. So this blended virtual and physical world, this idea of blending what is currently happening in the real world and this, pet metaverse, is super interesting to me. One of the big gripes that happened with Pokemon Go was the inability to really pair up or see other players on the maps, making sure that you can interact with them, and it spurred a lot of off-platform communication, which is not always a bad thing. What's interesting about this, though, is that they're bringing it all together into a single experience. And that single experience is aligned to making sure people can interact, understand, and see what their pets are doing, what their characters are doing, and blend this real world and physical world. So super interesting little update. I love that this is a new call out for them and a new piece of information that we get from a 32-second video, and we can kind of project on what the future of gaming would be like, where our characters or partners in video games are interacting without a user's interface, right? They're not playing together, right? I'm not controlling this character. It's living its own life, and then it's interacting with others around it, which means that we can bring people together socially, just like you see on screen. So with that, we'll wrap up today's cast. We appreciate you coming in. If you have questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, make sure you check out the socials down below on the screen. Reach out. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Always appreciate you guys coming in and checking things out with me. And with that, I will see you guys on the other side.